Hi everyone, so today's video is going to be a small pet haul from Pets at Home. I went in for one fish related thing, couldn't find it, but came out with a bag full of guinea pig things, which is how it goes when you have a lot of pets and like to spend money on them. So the first item that I've purchased is this Pets at Home 3 wooden sweetie chews, and they were quite decently priced. They were £2, and I thought they'd be quite nice to if I drill a hole in them and hang them on a piece of string or on a kebab, because that's the only way they'll play with them, to be honest. They'll otherwise probably ignore it if I just put it on the cage and they'll pee on it, but if I drill a hole in it, they usually quite like something like that. And I really like the colours and how it looked, and I like doing food themed cage themes, so I thought they were worth picking up, and I've got those. I then purchased this vegetable crate, and I really like this. I think this is so cute, and it's basically a little wooden box that's been designed to look like a crate you get in the supermarket, and it's got some fruits and veg in. I love toys that are shaped like food. As you know, I sold so many food related items on my shop, and I love things that look like real items of food. So this has got different things in it: carrot, mushroom, tomato, whatever else, and I've got a few different food themed items, ones I've made like pizzas and things, and I've also got bananas, apples and things. I really like them. They work really well with themed cages. So this was quite pricey though. This was £6, but not too bad if you've got a voucher or something, which obviously you get a lot of if you're a VIP member, but a bit pricey for what you get. And at the same time, I guess you get the crate and 5 quite decently sized chew toys. So if you look at it that way, I guess it works out to £1 per item. So not bad, but still quite pricey. But yeah, I couldn't resist that. I thought it was really cute and thought I'd grab it while I was there. I then purchased this wooden Knickerbocker Glory. As most of you remember, I sold something very similar on my shop, and I just really like the colours and the design, and to be honest, any kind of new brightly coloured Pets at Home toy I always try and get, because I like collecting them for the guinea pigs and they really enjoy chewing them up and using them, so I thought I'd pick that up. And I can't remember how much it was. I think it was quite expensive, to be honest. Oh no, it wasn't. It was you know, I'm not too sure. I think it was about £4. I can't find it on the receipt, but I thought that was super cute, and it's a nice chunky toy for guinea pigs as well. Be pretty good for rabbits too, I think. I then purchased this Pets at Home Knorr wooden donut. This is exactly like the donut I have not only done a video tutorial on, but I used to sell in my shop. In fact, the colours are exactly the same too, and that's the reason I purchased it, because I purchased it to purposely show someone how similar it was, or how exactly the same it was as my previous toy. But it's quite cute. It's a nice chunky toy. It wasn't too expensive. It was £2.50, but I have noticed, and I'm sure some of you would have noticed if you're regular viewers, that my hauls recently, my Pets at Home hauls, the past year or so, in every haul I've had at least 1 or 2 toys that have been exactly like the toys I filmed tutorials on, and I was selling on my shop, and actually those toys were the most popular items on my shop. For example, the snowman toy in the Christmas haul, and the holly toy, and if you look back through my summer toy when they did ice creams and things in Pets at Home, some of those toys were exactly the same as the toys I was selling myself and I've done tutorials on YouTube, which is getting kind of creepy, because I think there's been around 9 or 10 toys now that have been exactly the same, down to the last detail of toys that I made and sold and film tutorials on. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out, because I don't want people seeing my tutorials and saying that I've copied Pets at Home, but I am kind of creeped out how there could be that many coincidences of toys being exactly the same, especially the fact that I upload videos, tutorials to YouTube, which, you know, anyone can find really easily and see really easily. But yeah, it's kind of weird. But anyway, I thought I'd pick it up just so I could show my friend how similar my item and this is, especially in colour. But it's a nice toy. It's nicely made, really chunky, could hang some string on it, make it into a throwback toy. Great for rabbits, and it'd be nice if they sold a few different variations of the colour, but very cute, quite like that. I then purchased this Pets at Home 2 wooden cupcakes. This is also extremely, these are very, very similar to the cupcakes I used to sell on my shop. Very, very similar. I used to sell cupcakes that had a wooden ball that I would paint the top of in this pattern, and then I'd have it in a cupcake this size, a cupcake thing this size and this shape, and I'd sometimes paint that too. They're pretty much exactly the same as the cupcakes I used to sell, which is again very strange, but I quite like the design on them, and I didn't think they were badly priced either. In fact, they were wooden cupcakes, £2, so £1 each isn't bad at all really. They're quite lightweight though, they're not as heavy as you think they're going to be. But yeah, another toy I wanted to show someone because they were exactly the same as the toys I was making, and a toy I've done a tutorial in fact, so if you fancy making your own, I've got tutorials on this. Just check out my playlist on DIY pets and you'll find a bunch of toy and item tutorials for small animals. But yeah, they're quite cute. Again, it'd be nice if they had variations of colours so you could pick some. I quite like food items to be kind of pastel colours and, you know, like old-fashioned sweet shop type colours, kind of a minty blue and a light pink and a light yellow and a lilac. I really like sweets and things to be that colour, so it'd be nice if they had a selection of colours, but yeah, they're quite cute. And the last item I purchased was this Cecil carrot hanging mobile, Cecil, whatever, and I don't usually get hanging toys for the guinea pigs because they have so many and they last so well, and then I'll just remake them if they fall apart or make my own, which is why I thought, you know what, I might get them something as a treat. And I know the baby guinea pigs like Bramble and Pumpkin and Spike will quite like this, especially Spike. He's a huge chewer and he likes anything that he can challenge. He likes puzzles and things like that, not as in a Rubik's Cube puzzle, as in pet specific puzzles like where you hide treats. But this was quite expensive again, which is why I was kind of not sure whether to get it. But again, if you've got vouchers, sometimes it's quite worth trying to get more expensive things because you can save a lot more on them. So this was £6 and it's basically a little mobile, if I zoom out a little bit, and it's got carrots, beads and then corn and beads, and I thought it was really sweet and really cute. They'll probably destroy it quite quickly, but something I could easily repair if they do, so it would probably last a fair bit. But I really liked that. It worked really well if you had a lid on your cage so that you could hang it in the middle of the cage rather than just on the side. But I thought that was very cute and I really like it. I hope they don't spoil it too soon because it's too nice to spoil too quickly. And here's just a better look at it from further away. It's quite a big chunky toy actually. It's not a tiny toy. So that is everything I purchased in this haul. Remember to go check out my DIY videos if you want to make your own versions of these, as they are already out on YouTube. I've got tutorials on most items like these. I've even got one on sweet items. So if you want fancy a toy like this but don't want to spend money, go and look at my playlist and you'll find a bunch of tutorials that you can make things out of that you most likely have lying around the house. But I hope you enjoyed this. I really can't wait to give these to the guinea pigs because they are such cute toys, and I'm glad Pets at Home have got a wider range of toys rather than just a wooden item that has nothing on it. I mean, I like natural things, but then sometimes it's nice to have quite wacky, fun, cute items like these. I hope they continue releasing different ones as well. So thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up and a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.